Welcome, rodeo fans. I'm Vance Ruff, along with Danger Dave Whitmoyer. It is the first performance of the NRA Finals here for 2018 in Butte, Montana. The season is coming to an end. We're seeing the veterans. We're also seeing the rookies coming in.
Yeah, definitely. Guys, you look at the Esch brothers. They've been doing this for a very long time, but I kind of tend to focus on the rough stock stuff. There's some young kids that are really making some moves in that, the bull riding, saddle bronc. You just look, you've heard these names before, but look for these new fresh guys to come in and really take advantage of the situation after this long break too.
Yes, it's going to be exciting. It's kicking off 3 big days of rodeo action, and we're going to crown a champion at the end of it. So stick around with us. Performance number 1 coming up now.
Bareback riding takes a special kind of person. It takes somebody that's willing to deal with all odds against them. Kind of like a David and Goliath type thing. You got to overcome the giant, and it's the most physically demanding event in rodeo, and man, there's nothing like it. I've tried them all, and it's the best. There are a lot of guys that chew tobacco, and I've seen my friends have the start of cancer in their lip and they change it from top to bottom rather than quitting, and I've run across guys who have to push a button to speak to me because they've gotten throat cancer and can no longer speak on their own. It takes a special person to ride a bucking horse and go against something that much bigger than you and conquer it. You know, if you can do that, then you can kick the habit of chewing. It's the same thing. Put your mind to it and you can get it done. In rodeo, you never back down from a challenge. So I challenge you, quit chewing today.
Let me introduce you to the BF Goodrich All-Terrain TA KO2 tire. With technology designed to conquer the harshest terrain on Earth, the KO2 is BF Goodrich's toughest all-terrain tire ever. And now, that Baja-born toughness is ready for you. Whether you're at work or at play, take on your toughest road challenges with confidence. Turn to the experts at Whalen Tire to find the right BF Goodrich tire for whatever you drive.
Whalen Tire. We know tires.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Vance Ruff, along with Dave Whitmoyer, Danger Dave, Bareback Riding. The Murdoch's Ranch and Home sponsored Bareback Riding is coming up first. And we're going to start with Chase Redfield from Opine, Montana. I like this matchup. This is a good horse, Delta Magnum.
Yeah, this horse is really powerful. We'll see, this is a big break for these guys coming off about a month. We'll see who's been in the gym working out and practicing here really quick.
Well, there you go. I like it when the first one sets his feet and stays on top. And that's something we've seen all season long, is the bareback riders covering their horses.
Yeah, it's good. It's a sport. It's an industry that is kind of dying off, and we're having trouble finding guys, and it's good to see guys coming out and getting taught well the basics here. You can see he's got a good mark out, and he goes right into spurring this horse and getting after him.
The Whalen Tire replay showing it to you. Scores coming in, 50 points for the rider, 50 points for the horse. The scores are coming in for our first contestant, breaking the ice, performance number 1 of the 2018 NRA Finals. 72.5 points as we go to Troy Kirkpatrick from Wise River.
Yeah, this is a strong horse from Red Eye. He's a little behind to start off. Might hurt his score here a little bit, but strong horse. Red Eye always puts out good stuff, and you can see the replay here. It shows it right here.
Yeah, just need to get those feet moving. You can see he's just kind of down low there in the cinch behind the shoulder, and like you said, going to affect those judges' marking, 62.5 points. But, you know, again, too, 3 big go-rounds and an average.
Yeah.
So getting that score in round 1.
Making the score, it's a huge start to your week. You got 3 long nights, so you just start out positive and keep after it the rest of the 2.
Talon Schneider getting set to go, nods his head. Great mark out. Danger, look at him go.
Yes, getting after it. Hopefully he holds on. Strong horse from Jacobs here. Good ride.
Michael Beatty, Jackson Stevens doing the arena evacuation crew, our pickup man for the weekend.
Yeah, these 2 are voted in on by the Cowboys. They do an excellent job throughout the year, and they're there to help them get to the ground safely.
Well, take us through, Danger, on this replay right here. That horse threw some moves at him.
Yeah, definitely. Started out to the right and jumped back left there, and he stayed up on his rigging really good, and that's the key about riding bareback horses, is lifting on your rigging and getting back to your feet and setting them and trying to stay in control. He did a really good job. You see him get set up a little bit at the end, but it was already over by them, and he had him completed.
Well, it's Painted J, the bucking horse, Brandley Peabody, the bucking horse rider from Billings, Montana, next to go.
Another one of Sparky's horses, and you can guarantee he's usually going to bring some power. And this kid seems to take with it really well. I don't know a whole lot about him. He's a younger guy and starting off really well for the NRA Finals this year.
Well, the light bulb's really starting to flicker for Brandley. You know, he comes from world champion genetics, and his father a world champion, and things are really coming along through the college ranks and now into the Northern Rodeo Association, another stepping stone in their pro careers. And you can see right here in the Whalen Tire replay, just having just a little bit of trouble. Like you said, if he really gets his feet set, that helps with getting loose on that rigging, but Brandley makes it work.
Yes, he does. Yeah, exactly. Coming from great genetics and background. Young guy, look for big things from him.
Cooper Clemens now. Let's go to Idaho.
Look out here. Getting a little worked out. Covered it all right.
You know, we've seen some of that. Danger, the first couple of horses, they come out and maybe circle in, and it's a smaller indoor arena here at the Civic Center in Butte, Montana. As a 68.5 point score comes in for Cooper. His horse went straight down the pin, so those horses that are circling into the fence, they kind of lose a little momentum. Maybe they got to go left, they got to go right. His horse just kind of stayed at it, stayed out in the open. And
yep, definitely stayed away from the fence. Good bucking horse straight away. Definitely what a guy likes, up and down. You know, it's a new arena for these horses too. They've been off usually for a month now too, and now we're getting ready to watch a veteran go to work.
See you next Tuesday is the bucking horse and the good veteran Tucker Zing from Glendive, Montana.
Stalling out. See you next Tuesday. Jacob's horse. Then it gets to work.
Oh, geez, right there at the end, it's kind of really getting loosened up. We've seen Tucker. He's not afraid to enter the bull riding as well, a multi-talented cowboy. And he puts in the work, Tucker.
Yeah, he does. He's a college athlete. As you can see, he's going to get a re-ride option. He was a great college athlete. Now he's working on his professional career, and he's going to take his re-ride. You guarantee it. That kid likes to win. So we'll see him here again on another one.
Our four-judge system in the finals is Danny Halverson, Don Clark, Jay Clark, and, of course, Ray Buffington calling the shots from the field. Cash Hill from Great Falls, Montana. Hard to miss those turquoise boots as he's setting them there at the points. And the judges are watching for the bucking action of the horse, the power and the drop, the kick. They're watching that bucking horse rider for not only his composure and control, but also exposure and the raking motion, you know, the spurring motion.
Yeah, just kind of see how well they can lay back and let it rip, but still stay in control on top of that horse. And it's a very hard thing to do. It's taxing on your body. This is one of the most physically demanding sports in all of rodeo, is the bareback riding.
George Gillespie, Darby, Montana, from down your country.
Yes, sir, the Bitter Rut.
The good horse they call Man Eater coming up next. George has been in that top 25 in the world. He's no stranger to making a living riding bareback horses.
Yeah, this guy's been making a run at the professional level, trying to make the NFR. He's been rodeoing very hard, and as you can see right here in this ride, it is showing. The timing is superb on his feet coming down to the ground and meeting that horse. It's an excellent ride.
Boy, you hit on it. 76.5 points. The judges saw it as well. Danger, take us through this Whalen Tire replay. Just what a great matchup for horse and rider.
Yeah, and you can see this is what you want, your timing. The horse is going to kick the rider's feet back up, and your job as a rider is to get him back down to the neck of that horse and get a good mark out. And he did that for the entire 8 seconds, and it showed in the score.
Well, J2 Bridges, another veteran bareback rider from Dillon, Montana, and Power Surge.
I love this kid. I love this horse. This should be a good ride. He lets out. This kid is a bareback rider. He's been doing it for a long time. Little wild though on the horse, not very smooth. Probably going to hurt him in the end. Big horse.
Well, they're pickup men right in and set him down. Again, we're not seeing the Cowboys getting bucked off. 67.5 points on this ride.
Yeah, you're right. These guys have been hitting it in the gym. They've been on their practice barrel or in the practice pen at the horses. You know, some of these guys are in college still, so they're getting reps at going with the college teams up there with the practice pins and whatnot. So it's showing. These guys definitely came to rodeo, and here comes Tucker on his re-ride.
Tucker Zing, Glendive, Montana, an opportunity to get on another one. The judges saw something with the ride that qualified him for an opportunity to either take a score or an option for a re-ride. He said, man, I can score more points. Tucker never afraid to get on another one.
No, it started off good. Red Eye Horse again.
A good shot of our official rodeo photographer, Mark LaRoe.
Yeah,
Getting
good
out of the
footwork,
way.
Mark.
Well, Tucker gets a 70 points on the re-ride option, but you see the leaderboard as it stands in round number 1. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmore. We're here at Butte, Montana. It's time to go now to the steer wrestling brought to us by Montana Livestock. Kobe King, Dillon, Montana, first time to the NRA Finals.
Yeah, this is one of the things I was talking about in the intro. Some of these younger guys getting a chance to show up here in the spotlight, and we'll see how they do. Starts a great run. Impressive.
Well, a good way to get that first animal down in your first NRA Finals for the youngster, your freshman now at Montana State University. 5.1.
Yeah, this is a very, very tough arena to bulldog in. It's so short, you have to get off your horse quick or there's going to be a wreck at the end.
Here's another first-timer, Chris Anderson, Hamilton, Montana. Again, a lot of good bulldoggers coming from southwest Montana. And deer, he kind of getting outrun there. So the concept, simple. Give that steer a head start. Ride up and dismount the good American quarter horse, catch your steer by the horns, set him on his side, all 4 feet pointed in the same direction. You see that barrier strung right in front for the bulldogger? If he leaves too soon, he breaks a piece of string on there, a pigtail if you will, and that's a 10-second penalty. Kobe Bignell catches up in a hurry, and look at that danger.
This kid knows how to bulldog. That whole family has been doing it for a long time. And he got way down the arena in the danger zone and still got it done. He just knew he could get this steer caught.
Well, his cousin right there, a past champion, Parker, setting him up right, 5.4, and he's sitting number 2 right now. Here comes Carson King, the older brother from Dillon.
Yep, younger brother hazing for him, throws him down. That's how you do it, younger brother.
4 and 7 on the run. Great look here at the Whalen Tire replay.
Yep, dips him, throws that shoulder, gets that steer to turn, didn't hang a leg. That's how you want it done. Here comes Kyle Clutter. Late start, yeah, showed he tried to catch up there and his horse kind of veered off when he left his saddle, and that is a good way to hurt your backside.
Steer gets away in round number 1 as we go now to Big Ben Air. No stranger to the finals. All-around talent, a tight end roper, a team roper, and a steer wrestler, and he's past all-around champion from Glendive, Montana.
Yeah, this is a cowboy right here, and this is one of the first times I haven't seen his father hazing for him, but 5.6 here does a great job. This kid's, I've been watching him for a long time, and he is a machine when it comes to bulldogging, a steady machine.
Veteran Walt Anseth over there on the hazing side, and just a great shot right there of how he got that steer's head right as soon as he caught him.
Yep, brought him down, used every bit of momentum that he could against that steer. The steer outweighs these guys by at least 2 times, if not more. And again, you can kind of see that short arena coming into play here. This is not a big arena. We're not bulldogging in Cheyenne. We're bulldogging on a basketball court with dirt on it. So it makes this sport very exciting. And here now we're going to get to one of the big veterans.
Well, in no time comes into the books in round 1 for Arlen Manu. Hank Hollenbeck, the veteran, he's here in more than one event, steer wrestling and tie-down roping. He's in an all-around contention championship as well.
Walt's hazing for him. This guy is, speaking of steer wrestling machines, he misses a nose, still throws him down with an off horn. He's got one leg hung up, now he's finally got him. But that was just incredible strength, and knowing the sport, he's been doing this for a long time, that he could hold on with that one horn and still get the steer to the ground.
Well, again, we talk about that aggregate, the 3 rounds and the average, so keeping that time, even though a 10.9, that's going to maybe pay dividends after 3 rounds. As we go to another rookie, here comes Taylor Corbett. The Billings Cowboy has been working at it all summer long, and it's showing.
Yes, that's impressive for a kid of his size. Just the determination to get out there and throw an animal down. You can see in the replay here, this steer is way bigger than that kid is, and the fact that he got him down in 7 seconds is quite impressive.
Well, and he hangs out with this gentleman here, the veteran Kyle Calloway for Billings, Montana. Kyle, a past champion, many-time qualifier, also an all-around talent, and he's been teaching these youngsters how to travel, how to enter, how to compete, how to win.
You bet.
And there is none better. Oh, Kyle, just a little stumble right there. Kind of got his feet behind him. He had to regroup. Still got it done.
Still got it done. That's a cowboy right there. He broke the barrier too. As you can see, it comes up with a 17-second, but breaks the barrier, doesn't give the cow the head start, but got it down, falls on his knees, gets back up, gets set. He still does that in 7 seconds, which the run before was done in a completed form cleanly, so it's pretty impressive what he does, athleticism.
Well, Carson King gets the win. You see the leaderboard right there in round number 1. We'll be right back with more action.
Opportunity is everywhere. That is why I love my job at Opportunity Bank of Montana. I get to help my neighbors with business and agriculture loans, including new equipment loans. I understand that people need a bank they can rely on. You see, I grew up here with the Eastern High Plains out our front door and the crazy mountains in our backyard. Come see me, Brandy, or one of my colleagues at Opportunity Bank of Montana. Your local bank, your opportunity.
Whether visiting Butte for business or pleasure, the Quality Inn is the place to stay for relaxed comfort at affordable prices. Our guest rooms offer the perfect spot to refresh and reboot with premium mattresses, linens, and more. Get more for your money with amenities like free Wi-Fi, free hot, fresh breakfast, and a heated indoor pool. Get your money's worth at the Quality Inn & Suites in Butte, Montana. Find us on choicehotels.com or call 623-207-7555.
We are back. I'm Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmoyer. It is performance number 1. The breakaway roping brought to us by GFK Trailer Sales. And it is time for the ladies in the breakaway roping. Jessie Muriel from Great Falls. And boy, I'll tell you what, Danger, you talk about the size of the arena, the setup. It's not a long score. It's a quick 1-2 pow type setup. And right there, Jessie knew she took a chance.
Yep, she did. She went for it as Jessie Fortier shows up right now. They're going to try to be quick in this event, but you also got to remember there's 3 nights of rodeo here. Get one caught, get your confidence started, and you can see here it's kind of showing right off the bat with these girls. Some of them, you can't get too worked up when you come to your first night. It's a long night. Here's a veteran with Ryan Tracy, good old Bobcat cowgirl. She should come out and rope something pretty quick, but doesn't.
Well, and I think like you touched on it, you know, if they miss their start, calf beats them out of there. You start seeing that back end coming up. You start kind of panicking on your throw. And right now that leaderboard is wide open. It's Michaela Fuller from Bozeman, Montana. Here's a high school standout. And Michaela need to let it settle over that nose. In the breakaway rope, it's got to be a slick bell catch around the neck. And she gets it done by letting that rope lie, and it falls on 4.9. That'll work.
Yep. First time of the night, we'll get that in the books, and she's going to walk out of here probably with the check at the end of the night because of that. Just being patient, letting that rope settle over that calf's nose, not getting too worked up and yanking it off.
Tammy Jo Carpenter, Kalispell, Montana, past all-around champion, past barrel racing champion, breakaway roping champion, and oh no, boy doggone it.
I would have lost a lot of money on that run right there because that lady is as bomb-proof as they come when it comes to roping, and I know she's going to be disappointed with that.
Tiffany Algren from Hysham knows how to get that rope out of her hand. She was good on the line. No, doggone it.
Got out a little early.
A little bit early. We talk about that 10-second penalty, so 3 flat goes to 13 flat. And as you touched on from Michaela Fuller a few runs ago, boy, 4.9 is looking pretty good right
Yeah, it is. Just go out and get a solid time. You don't need to win a record or win the round tonight. You just go out and try to get a time and get your average in there and be consistent. And things will pay off in the end. Just like that. That's a good run right there. You let that calf get out there a little bit. Know you can catch it 2.8 seconds. You're going to win some money.
Quinn Briggs just took the lead as we see the Wayland Tire replay. You know, and it was just being there. Don't be late. First throw is your best throw. Joe B will tell you that every time.
Yep, you bet he will.
Grace Lee Speth, a youngster, a freshman in college, going to school down there at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. But coming home, the Bozeman native, qualifying for her first NRA Finals in the ladies breakaway roping and empty looped as well.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, the arena comes into play here. It's short. You got to be on it. You just got to know that when your calf goes out, you got to be ready to rope. Everything's got to be right when you nod your head. And Jill's going to come out here and show us how it's done. Or not.
You will not see that very often as well. Jill Lufkin, a many-time qualifier, veteran breakaway roper. Here's another past champion as well, Sierra Kunish. Soon to be Sierra Erickson. She's
They
a past,
rodeo a lot. Rodeo's in their blood, but tonight just got a little ahead of herself.
Yeah, it seems to be a little bit of struggling in round number 1 for the ladies. You see it right there 3 times. Quinn Briggs getting the win. Junior breakaway roping, the juniors get an opportunity to compete as well.
Yeah, definitely. This is where we try to grow the sport of rodeo. We are all about pushing our youth into this, and the youth, as you're going to see here, will put on fast, if not faster runs than the big guys and girls here. So it's a lot of fun, and these kids don't get a chance to ride in the big arena all the time. There's only 3 of them a night that are chosen to come out and perform. So it's a big deal for them. It's a big deal for their families. So there's a lot of stress here and a lot of things in motion. So they're shining out really well, as you can see here. 2.7 second run. He's got to be really proud of that.
Well, 12-7 for Caden Rhodes. You know, his older brother, quite the bullfighter.
Yep.
But was also pretty handy with the catch rope. And Caden, I've got a chance to watch him team roping and breakaway roping. Spends a lot of time at the Miller's Horse Palace in the winter and honing his skill as well. And boy, I'll tell you what, the only one to catch out of our 3 juniors.
Tough one tonight on the juniors. Everybody knows they got to get out and get at it quick. So Andrew Witter, you can see him at the top there with 2.9. We'll be right back with more rodeo action.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmore. Tie-down roping brought to you by Trace Rio Silver, the custom buckle everyone wants to wear.
I want one.
Talon Lytle, the Cutbank Cowboy, first time to the NRA Finals as well. We see sometimes our high school competitors rodeoing throughout the summer and the rodeos around the state. Boy, he's getting it done, 10-7. But looking back, I'm sneaking suspicion we might have left a little early.
I think he did, and the time shows it right there too. His horse got out on him, not a little early, but it was a really good run all around. Other than that,
well, here's another college athlete, James Ramirez from Manhattan, Montana. Basketball standout for the University of Montana Western and a rodeo cowboy.
very athletic kid.
Up with the back two, cross and tie, and James just showing you how to get it done quickly. 9.9 seconds on the run. Part of the rules in the tie-down roping is he's got to get back on that horse, ride forward, slacken the rope. Calf has to stay tied for 6 seconds. Great look on our Whalen Tire replay here as James gets the calf caught. If you can keep them on their feet, you're going to be the fastest.
Definitely. Big, strong kid, too. Can lift him up, throw him down quick. He's strong. You can straddle him, throw up 3 legs. Yeah, he's going to have a bright future with some calf roping here.
Well, and you just touched on him, you know, he's an athlete. And here's another athlete, Jade Gardner, Winnett, Montana. Jade, many-time qualifier, the NRA Finals and the tie-down roping. Rides good horses, a good horse trainer. Boy, he's got it set up right here.
Nice run.
Just a little bobble on stringing that front leg, and he just went on with it and made it work. You see him hustle back and get on. You want that stopwatch to get clicking. But watch the replay right here, Danger. He's just, that calf is just kind of trying to get away from him. He rides up, takes a good money throw.
Flips the slack great. That calf ran hard the whole way, and you could see the way he rode towards him. He was bared down in his saddle the entire time. Jade picks him up. I love the shirt. You got to have a little flair when you're out there and have fun. This kid has fun when he rodeos. He enjoys riding in. You can see by that run. That was a really well done calf rope and run.
Dalton Carr, Manhattan, Montana. He's qualified to tie-down roping in the past, a team roper. And not going to fit in round number 1.
That was just kind of a Hail Mary there. That calf got out and he was behind it. He knew. He just took a chance at throwing something over his head and hoped to catch.
George Marsenko from Havre, another college athlete, University of Montana, Montana State University Northern. Canadian talent. I like how he steps right in, flanks him the first time, and very quick and efficient for George Marsenko, 9.8 seconds on the run.
Good working horse for him. I love how it stands there and just does his job. Pulls the slack out for that cowboy, brings that calf right back into his arms.
You know, I just needed to try to catch that front leg on the flank, and you saw it kind of get away from him. That cost him some tenths of a second. So we're going to Henry Hollenbeck now. We talk about the multi-talented cowboy. Actually, correction, Sam Levine from Wolf Creek, another all-around talent. And Sam Levine is empty looped in the tie-down roping in round number 1. The Cowboys and Cowgirls competing in more than one event have a chance for that all-around championship, and that's going to maybe make it factors. We go to Chase Mitchell, the youngster from Shepherd. His senior year at Montana State University as a Bobcat. He's qualified to the College National Finals Rodeo. He's been to this finals before. And Chase just kind of grinding a tie out there and making it happen.
Definitely, his calf was kind of ducking, diving him there, and tough to track. It wasn't running that hard, but he got it done in 12 seconds. Like I said, it's the first night. Come out and get your job done, and you live to play 2 more nights.
Oh, Albert Koenig almost letting that rope get away from him.
Still, that was close.
Albert, another college athlete, Montana State University. The Bobcats well represented. You know, that's what they encourage them to do is to go out and enter these rodeos in the summer, especially these regional rodeos like in the Northern Rodeo Association. Get your experience, learn, hone your skills, especially in the timed events. Very, very important to age and mature, you might say. Is now we're going to Hank Hollenbeck. You saw him in the steer wrestling, the all-around talent. rides great horses.
Yep, he probably brings 3 or 4 horses to this finals, depending on what he's doing. Who knows? He's as talented as they come, and you'll see it right here. He can do anything on the ranch for you. Bumbles it. We'll see if this calf stays tied. Knowing by Hank, he's probably got some sort of secret knot in there that won't come undone now. But that calf looks like to be down for the count there. So,
Well, 12-7 now. Another youngster, another superstar. Jack Graham is just lethal with a rope. Lakeview, Oregon. Also going to school at Montana State University. And wow, right there, just when he gathered up them back feet, maybe we'll see it on the replay, fouled his string.
yeah.
And instead of panicking or stopping and going back, he went on. And
Still did it in 9 seconds.
yeah, he's had a great summer, both in the Montana Pro Circuit and the Northern Rodeo Association, and both the tie down and the team rope, and we're going to see him later on. And he gets a win at 9.1, and our tie down roping is complete. Don't go anywhere. More great rodeo action coming up next.
Manufacturers these days are producing some pretty powerful trucks. That's why we designed the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It's built with stronger advanced compounds that hold up to tougher conditions. The Defender LTX MS has outstanding all-season traction and excellent fuel efficiency backed by our 70,000-mile warranty. So whether it's a working truck or you're hauling your snowmobile or boat, you'll get the most out of every mile. Turn to the experts to find the right Michelin tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmore. Saddle Bronc Riding brought to us by John Deere. Farm equipment sales, providing the tools to those who feed the world.
You bet.
The classic event, Saddle Bronc Riding, Brad Morgan. Getting set to go. Danger.
Oh, it's going to get a little wild in here as he jumps into the fence. That's never good, and got him out of shape there to come off a little awkward at the back end. Hopefully he's all right. Right leg slams into the panel pretty well. You can see this horse from Red Eye comes out and gets after it right away, but just doesn't really get a bearing, kind of gets lost here, and that's making for something bad to happen. But luckily everybody, horse and rider, got out of it all right.
And Brand, you know, he's a little taller than the traditional saddle bronc rider, and that also is a challenge. And he did a good job of handling the fence bump, and 72.5 points in round number 1. So we go to Charlie Lytle from R. Lee, and a good horse to double up.
You bet. This is a great horse. This is a horse out of Jacobs here. Charlie Lytle's been doing this a long time too. He's got that scarf on tonight. You can see him looking good. He feels good. He's going to ride good. That's all it takes. And he's going to hop off on the pickup man here, and you'll see up by the replay. This is a great ride.
Just setting his feet. You see the association saddle cinched up. One hand on the bronc rein, the markout rule in effect, having those feet over the front points of the shoulder first jump out. And like you said, Charlie, and 68.5 points making it work in round number 1.
Yeah, you bet. Get a score, get going. It's not the greatest score, but it's going to work, and we'll move on to the next one. Like I said, it's Thursday night. You get a score in, you're in the hunt.
Oh, kind of behind with his feet right here, Danger, and now it's just a matter of maybe surviving for the rest of the 8 seconds.
Definitely. He had a little much rein, I think. He had a little too much rein on this horse. You can see he's got his hand almost up into his chest area. You don't really want it there. And he gets it covered, though. Makes a ride, just does what cowboys do and toughs it out, and makes sure that he's going to live to play the next 2 nights.
A great shot from our Wayland Tire replays. It reflects in the score, 62 points. But next to go, Dougie Hall, Browning, Montana.
This is one of my favorite riders. Good friend. a great person, a great human. If you have kids watching rodeo, you want them to be like this guy right here.
Well, Dougie, you know, that horse kind of got to that fence and it just kind of stalled stuff out. Maybe it helped him out. Even sometimes it hurts you, sometimes it lets you catch back up, that little pause. But it's definitely going to show in the score. But again, you see his feet kind of hanging down there at the bottom of the shoulder or even near the cinch. And instead of reaching up, setting him in the neck, what the judges like to see. And, you know, even though we make it through our 8-second ride, our scores might be a little lower than what Dougie was hoping.
Yep, definitely. It just didn't pan out the way we wanted to tonight, and hopefully it'll move on. He still gets a 66, so it's in the hunt right now, but there's a lot of good bronc riders left to go, including a past world champion.
Weston Man, Sheridan, Wyoming. Here's a horse they call Iceberg. Another red-eye bucking horse. Wow, some dodging and some dips and dives, but boy, hanging in there.
Definitely. Got the people in the crowd a little front row show right there. Tough horse to ride. You can see it comes out and fakes left, then it goes back right, comes back left, and then heads right back towards that corner in the fence like we saw previously on one of the other horses. And it comes out it all right. He didn't focus on the fence. A lot of guys can get distracted by running into that fence and they bail out, but he didn't. Continue to ride and cover. And right here is probably not the best get off, but it works. He got away from the horse, and he's going to try to make it back to the bucking chutes and ride again.
Well, 66.5 points on that ride. And you good look too at our 4-judge system. They're strategically positioned so that they can see all of the action from the bucking horse to the rider.
Yeah, with the 4-judge system, I think it's a great way to judge rodeo and get a very, very well-rounded score on everybody.
Another young man who's worked his way up to the college ranks and shown. Tyler Friend, the Idaho Cowboy, going to school at University of Montana Western. And
nice dismount, lands on his feet.
Made it look simple.
The French judge gave him a 9, so that was good. This horse gets really strong at the end of this ride. Kind of figures out what he's doing. This is a big bucking horse.
Now I'm intrigued to figure out which one is the French judge. Is it Danny Halverson or is it?
Danny probably knows a little French.
Look at the score there. Danger 75.5. And Tyler Friend raises the bar just a little bit.
Yeah, and here we go, climbing back on another big circle horse here, night jumping. Cody Miller. This kid's been riding saddle bronc horses for a long time. He's a hand. This horse is big, strong, and good. We'll see how he does. Gonna run everybody out. Judges, clown, backpedaling. Who's faster? Somebody hit the gate, and the horse will pin him up more. Good ride.
Well, great look here at our Wayland Tire replay. You see the mark out rule. Great example. Feet up over the front points of those shoulders first jump out. Maybe you could just get a little more action going with those feet. That's a lot of bucking horse. Good kick, a lot of drop, and kind of kept with it throughout the 8 seconds.
He did, and like you said, that's a big bucking horse. Look at him. He's eye level with those people in the first row up there. That's he's not a big person. That is a large animal, and he went out there and got it. 77 points, so that's an outstanding start to the week for him.
You know, and that's what I like to see too. When somebody goes out, scores 75.5, the next guy uses that momentum, and this guy knows how to use momentum better than anyone. This is past world champion in Great Falls via Winston, Montana. This is Jesse Cruz.
He's on a red-eye horse that comes out and tries to pin him, and this one's getting wild quick.
Jesse knows how to be aggressive, trying to get those feet going. Hard when that horse kind of rolls around the bucking chute like that. Really, you know, you got to get that timing going, and the horse never really gave him a chance, and Jesse never gave up.
And you can see he kind of runs him into that protective pad there on the back of the bucking chute, but Jesse's seen that 100 times in 1 year before, so it doesn't really faze him. Picks it up, comes right out. Horse never really got too set until it got straightened away here, and then the ride gets really good. You can see Jesse kind of holds his feet, but the buzzer had gone down, and the buzzer had sounded by then. So He's not looking to work too much past 8 seconds anyways. I know Jesse pretty well, so he's done.
Yeah, they don't give you any more scores for that, but boy, the no score coming in, I'm wondering if they didn't feel like getting him there at the gate on the markout.
Must have missed him on the markout. With that horse running up like that, it's very hard to mark an animal out like that, so I think he missed him there. Here comes one of the Esch boys, Leroy.
Boy, the veteran saddle bronc rider, Leroy. Oh no. Horse just stumbling just enough. And that's going to be a re-ride opportunity.
Red Eye horse here. This is fixing to be really good. He's squared up on this horse. That horse is going straight down the arena. That could have been really bad, but luckily that's a veteran cowboy, knows how to get out of those situations. Gets his re-ride opportunity later.
Well, Andrew Evgene is after a championship. Mustache Mike, a good bucking horse opportunity for him. And there you go, Andrew, setting those feet, showing you that why it's called the classic event in rodeo. Battling, a shoulder injury that you see it taped up there, wearing the brace, and
you bet. That's a tough deal, especially on your riding arm. I know that from playing sports, and I've had dislocated shoulders and stuff. It's very taxing, especially yanking on your arm like that. But he comes through and does very well and makes a great ride, and hopefully feels well for the rest of the 2 nights.
Leroy Esch coming back on his re-ride.
Yep. This one starts off really well, a lot better than his first ride, and this horse is getting powerful. But once again, we kind of see the fence come into play. But he got enough action in during the ride to get a 75.5 point score.
Well, there's the leaderboard. Cody Miller, 77, getting the win in round number 1. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmore. It is the Copper Spring Ranch sponsored barrel racing. Time for the ladies, your favorite event. We're going to start it off with a past champion, Shelby Rasmussen from Choteau, Montana. 1 turn to the right, 2 turns to the left. Leave those barrels stand in danger. Those are 5-second penalties if knocked over.
Clean run.
Again, we talk about the arena size and the setup in the room. 15.2 seconds is not a bad run for Shelby. It changes the horsepower too. Some horses run better in the open big arenas, and some are better indoors, as we go to the veteran Tammy Jo Carpenter.
Yeah, you're right about that. The arena size, the dirt comes into play a lot with this race here. You can see that it's deep out there as Tammy Jo takes her 3rd barrel here. There's a lot to dig into, and they're raking after every turn here. Tammy Jo's going to turn in a great time, 15 flat.
Yeah, when you take these into buildings and you're bringing in the dirt and getting it set up, getting the right ground for safety, and for making a good event for the ladies. Celie Salmon, Choteau, Montana, a senior in college at Montana State University. The Bobcats well represented in the Northern Rodeo Association.
They do a great job at Montana State University promoting their athletes and getting them out there, pushing them down the road to compete in rodeo and professional rodeo. They do a great job. 15.02 for Celie.
Yeah, and this right off the get-go. Look at that leaderboard: 15 flat, 15.02, 15.05. It's a knife fight when it comes to these ladies qualifying to the top 10 and getting to this finals, and then battling it out is Taylor Russell. Here's another one to get your money any day of the week.
Long round barrel number 1, you can see she came in pretty fired up and hot, and this is one of those arenas that's short. You got to kind of have a game plan when you come in here. You can't come in bearing down, but she's making up a lot of time on the back end. Still came out all right with a 15.36.
36. Most all of these times in the 15s are good enough to win money just about anywhere you go. Carpenter followed by
Leaving those barrels standing, crossing that electric eye. Mikkel Fleming from Warden, the Fleming family. A lot of history. Qualifying to the Northern Rodeo Association Finals. Mikkel making it work around 1. Also going to that right first, now 2 left-hand turns. And looking good, Danger.
Definitely. Strong round. She slipped around barrel number 1, and I thought she was going to have a problem, but came out outstanding with 15.12.
15 and 12. That'll kind of linger right up there in that top 4 range right now. Gayleen Malone, many-time qualifier for the ladies in the Northern Women's Rodeo Association. Talk about ride good horses, good horse trainer.
Yes. This girl has been to every rodeo I think I've ever been to in my life. Just such a good horse trainer, so smart. Rides outstanding animals in 15.28. It's quite impressive. She can come in here and whip a lot of younger girls' butts all day.
Oh, yeah.
We just watched Mama go, and now it's the daughter's turn. As we go to Miley Daly.
Now we're going to go to her daughter, another past champion, all-around talent, Miley Daly.
Let's go get you some of that.
Like you said, we see these two up and down the road, travel together, mom and daughter, have for years.
They are so good at what they do. They're just consistently in the hunt for championships, for checks. They're always there. They ride fast horses. And you can see she's got her hands full with this young horse here. Fast.
A lot of quick moves.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of quick moves.
15 and 32, but Tammy Jo Carpenter, 15 seconds flat, is going to get the win for the ladies in round 1. We're going to stay right here. Dylan Johnson, so the juniors qualifying to the same finals. Some have already gone, and so there are a leaderboard coming in, but like you were talking, 3 qualify into the performances, and so you saw Dylan Johnson in the junior lead. And we're going to stay right here and go to the teamer open. Head and heeling time is a head catch, slick around the horns, and a heel shot. Somehow catches a back leg. So the goal for the heeler, roping the 2 hind legs. If you rope 1, it's a 5-second penalty. 12 seconds flat is going to be the total for our first team out.
Yeah, and I remember working in this arena. It's a tough arena for team roping. It's so narrow. It's like team roping in a bowling alley. There's see when that steer takes off to the left like that, either that does not help you as a header coming around and trying to give your heeler enough room so he can pull slack. But these guys made a really good job out at 6 and 3 on that run.
Well, the veterans. Cal Fuller on the head side, he's a youngster. Ryan Zurcher from Wyoming, the veteran on the heel side. I'll tell you what, that's who I would partner with if I had a chance to switch it out. Cal is aggressive.
Very aggressive. That loop was gone before I think the barrier rope was off.
Jace Bishop and Chris Bartham is coming up next. Chris, a many-time qualifier as well, and youngster Jace Bishop. They've been partnered together the last several years. And boy, just kind of had to heave it out there.
Yep, not going to catch what he needs to on that one. They're going to ride out of here empty-handed tonight.
Greg Goggins on the head side, and many-time past champion Shane Bissett on the heels.
If I could rope, this is the guy I'd want with me on my heels, but I have a better chance of falling off that horse than I do roping. But it doesn't pay off. This is a very, very tough event. You have a lot of variables in this one. You've got 2 guys roping, you got a steer running, you got 2 different horses. So you're working with 5 different variables on this. So it's a lot of things to work with. A lot of things got to come together to make runs happen like this one.
Well, when we talk about youngsters and veterans partnering together, Chance Parody on the head side, the youngster, and then Rich Carpenter. I've lost count of how many times he's qualified in the tie-down rope and the team rope, and he's as lethal as any of them. Travis Nichols and another veteran, Corey Mitty.
You bet. Coach of the University of Montana rodeo team, Travis, who's been rodeoing a long time, catches here. If you got Corey on your heel side, you're usually gonna catch. You just better make sure you catch for him.
Do your job and he'll take care of business.
You bet.
6.7 on the run, and now we're going to, it looks like Bassett on the head side.
Yep.
And then that's Sid Spore on the
Sid
heels.
Spore, yep. Bassett throws a quick loop, yanks that steer down. That did not help. That was fixing to be one of the fastest runs we were going to see all weekend.
Jack Graham, we saw him in the tie-down roping. He's going to do the heading. Many-time champion and qualifier Sam Levine on the heels. These two have been a great partnership the last couple of summers. And oh boy, just slipping the outside leg there. It's going to be a 5-second penalty. But Dalton Carr and Jake Plagemeyer 6'3", Nichols and Mitty at 6 and 7. They take top honors in round number 1.
You live in town, out on the farm, or a cozy cabin nestled in the woods. Wherever you call home or choose to locate your business, Woodpecker Technologies has great options for your high-speed internet. Based in Montana, we provide quality service to communities and businesses throughout the state. For high-speed internet anywhere, call Woodpecker Technologies at 406-461-1941 or visit us online at woodpeckertech.com.
Lost Trail Hot Springs Resort, nestled in the beautiful Bitterroot Mountains on the Montana-Idaho border, is near an abundance of outdoor recreation for all seasons. You'll find plenty of exciting opportunities, while our private cabins offer you a secluded getaway. And of course, our natural hot springs-fed pool and hot tub are waiting for you as the warm waters bubble up year-round to relax your worries away. Make Lost Trail Hot Springs your home base for exploring the great outdoors.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmore back in Butte, Montana. It is the first Interstate Bank-sponsored bull riding time, Danger. You've got to miss this part of the rodeo.
I do. I don't miss the headaches, but I miss everything else about it. This is one of the greatest sports around, and I love bull riding, and this is why right here. You can see the Tri and Quinn Greeno. Good bull ride.
77.5 points for the youngster from Bozeman, Montana. And, you know, we've seen Quinn, the consistency is coming, I think.
Yeah.
He, that bull kind of backs out just a little bit, and he handles it and sets up a great ride.
Yeah, you bet. He's got the background to be a great cowboy champion. He's been riding bulls a long time. It's kind of coming together for him. This is great. He keeps his free arm in the position he wants. He doesn't have it waving all over the place. Just looked very in control on that bull ride. Good job, Quinn.
Our bullfighters this weekend voted in Cody Morris and Sylvan Lacrosse. So we go to Michael Cruz from Miles City, Montana. Usually when the first guy goes, it kind of sets things up if he can make an 8-second ride. And Michael, look at him work at it. Oh, the clock showing 7.67.
Definitely was working at it. Kind of got a little hung up there at the beginning, and that bull came out and didn't quite come to the bullfighter like they wanted to, and Nate turns back about 4 jumps out there. That's what they wanted him to do right in the chute, but it didn't quite work out for him. So we live to play another day.
Connor Murnion, Jordan, Montana. Connor and his brother both qualifying for the College National Finals Rodeo last June. And I'll tell you what, I think they found a calling for both of them in the bull riding.
Yeah, definitely. Connor has got a talent. He's a talented kid, as you can see the replay. But yeah, it takes a special individual to be a bull rider, I'll tell you that right now, and to be involved in this sport. You have to not be afraid of a lot and not be afraid to go out there and throw your life on the line, and we're going to see Riley Barg do that right now.
Well, full medal again is a good buck and bull draw for this young talent. And look at that.
This bull is hard to ride. He's probably going to get a re-ride on this, I would think. This bull just takes off running at about 100 miles an hour. Probably not his normal trip. But you can see this kid, I don't really know how he stuck this out, but he did. and it just takes off, and you're just riding the carousel around now.
Well, I scored him up at 61 points. Strategy over 3 rounds, take the score?
The way you look at it right now, there's not a lot of other guys riding, but there's a lot of guys behind you right now. You want to win, you might want to take that re-rides.
Tyrell Torrin getting set to go, and Double H Custom Hats bucking bull. Gets him down too soon, and we're getting set with another one. This is Gerald Esch. We talked about his brother in the saddle bronc riding. Gerald, a pass all-around champion. He's won both the saddle bronc, he's won the bull riding as a year-end champion, and he's made it back again in 2018.
This is one of the toughest individuals I've ever met. He's talented, he rides, he knows when the money's on the line, he knows when to show up and ride. He just is as focused as you can be. You can see his chin never leaves from where it's set. He had that spot focused before he left the buck and chute. He's not taking his eyes off that bull's hump, and he rides him directly to where he needs to go, right to the outgate, and the bull says, I'm gonna stop right here and let you jump off me, buddy.
Well, 50 points for the bull, 50 points for the rider, 65 and a half right in there for Gerald unofficially as we go to Tanner Terrio. Tanner, no stranger to the winner's circle as well.
No, Tanner is not. This kid rides very well, and he always rides really well here at the NRA Finals. And you get a bull into your hand like that, he's going to ride it every time. And as aggressive as he is, likes to spur out and kick. Good ride, Tanner.
Well, 79 points for Tanner. And that's going to jump him right to the top of the leaderboard.
You bet.
Warming up the bull up, a great shot right there is Clayton Algren from Grass Range getting set to go. Big Sky Blues.
When Clayton covers bulls, he scores a lot of points here, and he just got worked out over the front end there and clicked his feet.
Well, now we're going to Kelly Murnion. Fun Hater from Big Circle Rodeo. Paul Eicher Incorporated, part of that crew. I like this matchup.
You bet. This does not look like fun, exactly like the bull says. Comes out, spinning to the right. Tough one to ride.
Well, no score for Kelly as we go to Peyton Fitzpatrick. Polson, Montana, and a young man positioning himself for a championship. I'm excited as we kick off this finals weekend.
You bet. Red-eye bull here. Leaping out there forward. Not really having the trip he's used to, but kind of got flung down there and touched him with his free hand. Not going to get a score tonight.
Well, Tanner Terrio, though, 79 points. Gets the win in round number 1. We'll be right back to wrap things up right after this. Wow, what exciting rodeo action. Round 1 is complete. I'm Vance Ruff along with Danger Dave Whitmore. Danger, round 1 of the NRA Finals. You and I've seen it before many times. What a great way to start things off.
Yeah, definitely. You can kind of see the pressure and it's mounting in the building and everything for these competitors. And like I mentioned in the beginning, the youngsters are going to come up in this and really make a run at some of these events. And we saw tonight Jack Graham make a heck of a run in the tie-down roping for that. But also, like I said, too, you got to look out for those veterans. Tanner Terrio on the bull riding, great bull ride. Tammy Jo Carpenter came out in the barrel racing and whipped everybody in that. So it's a great all-around performance and a great way to start off the week at the NRA Finals.
Absolutely. Round 1 is complete. It couldn't be a better setup for round 2. That'll be part of our Mountain Rodeo series. Check us out again. We'll see everybody. Good night from Butte, Montana.